Hi, Mike DePong here. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that this next poem that I am trying to feature a poem a day for National Poetry Month. This is one that I wrote a number of years ago. I'll talk about when at the end of it. But I referred to the poem yesterday called "The Bird Bath Moon." You know how there are different names for the moons, like the April full moon that is coming up is called the warm moon by some. And I don't know if you've ever done it for yourself, but when it's a warmer evening, go out and listen, or even in the early morning, and it's warm enough, go out and listen, and you will hear these little noises, and you might wonder what it is. It's actually earthworms that are coming to the surface. So this was called the April full moon coming up is called the warm moon. Well, the poem that I wrote is about the bird bath moon. Just so you know, when I start reading it, and then I'll say some more about it, there are two narrators in it. There's the poet, and there is the heart of the poet. So it's a personal experience. So I'm going to just ask you to listen, and then I'll make some points about this. It has much to do with heart and with really early significant event in my healing journey and in my journey of just being able to enjoy and marvel all the more at this life. Wasn't like I never had before, but when I came into a full consciousness of my own heart, of recognizing who I was and making some decisions, changed a lot of things for me. So here is the bird bath moon. What is this moon called? The poet asked to no one in particular. But a better question, his heart said, would have been, what power and what magic does this moon possess? It is a mystery, the poet said, an enigma, unknown and unproven. It is magic, the heart of the poet said and continued. Magic you can prove that exists. The poet said, this August full moon is the sturgeon moon or the corn moon or grain moon. The people's first year called it that. His heart asked, do you catch sturgeon? Do you grow corn? That's silly, said the poet. You know I do not do those things living here in the suburbs. Then why call it that? I told you it is magic, Hart whispered earnestly. Magic you need. What magic do I need? Thought the poet. As he gazed upon the full glowing silver orb, he thought, I know moon helps Earth in many ways. So I know moon is crucial to the ebb and flow of our ocean's tides, maintaining this globe's axial tilt. All life would be different, maybe non existent for us humans. These are magic, I supposed, mused poet. Heart breathed. What do we want? Poet and heart dreamed, would almost whisper those dreams. But poet would reconsider. What if I was wrong? He wondered, slightly tormented. It's not a birthday cake, Hart goaded and added, I told you, it's the magic of the universe. How do I realize that magic? Poet asked. You are creator, create your fate, Hart urged silkily in hushed tones. Poet and his heart wondered. Then Hart spoke again. Moon gives more than science knows, more of those things hearts require, and although impalpable, are very real, things of magic, of loves engendered and rekindled, of sacred rites and spiritual directions, of sound decisions and lost sanity, of hopes with feet and dreams with wings, of you, poet, us. We can choose, he said in the power of a sibilant whisper. Then poet's contemplative gaze fell upon that silver orb's reflection held within the puddle of the simple shallow bird bath. What does it mean to you? Invited Heart. Poet thought silently. Power of life-giving sun captured on full reflecting moon, moon of magic, inspiration, moon of hope, and moon of dreams, sun captured on moon, moon captured in my bird bath, both now seen by my own eyes. Celts of old said now is the time to wish on the bright, intense, silver, magic, active moon. Heart urgently and emphatically whispered, what are you? What do you want? Poet softly declared, I am a writer. That is my magic. Heart leapt. Poet rejoiced. Poet smiled. And some magic on a still breezeless night in shallow water of my sheltered bird bath sent ripples of approval across the surface. All the power of gaseous, hissing sun, now tamed, now harnessed, now offered in the silver shimmering face of the bird bath moon. And that's the poem. I wrote that, at least the rough draft of it, on August 31st of 2012. It was a blue moon, a second full moon in a month. And to the Celts, that moon is known as the dispute moon. It's a time for reconciliation, such as reconciling my past, letting go of the ego saying impossible, impossible. At the time I was consumed, I had just retired and I was consumed, how am I going to make a living? Poetry books never, you can't make money. And what's the likelihood of me writing some kind of book that actually makes money? And what's the difference? Who's going to listen to this kind of thing anyway? My ego came up with all kinds of impossibilities. The other day, I talked about ego and heart, that we come with two operating systems. And the ego does have the job of saying, we need to protect ourselves. We need to think about these things. And because of that, ego will throw up things that look risky, chancy, that the ego will tell me are impossibilities. Boy, all those came pouring out after I got this down. And by the way, this was the evening just right before I had this experience with my heart speaking to me. The first time where I was engaged in a real conversation with my own heart. Full conscious. I kind of did before in other ways. And in many years past, I had done things like this. But this was the distinct awakening experience for me. And so I wrote this. And I was looking out, I saw the moon captured there, and I knew, because I do know a few things and have done some historical research, and I know about history, and I known about spiritual things, and I was impressed with Celtic spirituality in a way, and I am by lineage, I have Celtic DNA in me, and so I had looked at some of these things. And so I'm looking at this reflection of the moon, and it was just beautiful. It was a perfectly still night. And there was nothing rippling the waters of that bird bath, in that bird bath water, as I looked at the reflection of the moon. And I knew that the Celts said, this is the time, once a month, if you can see the reflection of the moon in water, you capture it, you get a wish. And I don't believe it's like really the little silly types of wishes. That can be significant, but I knew the spiritual significance of it. And ego was saying, don't be a fool. Don't follow this path. Don't say you're a writer. You can't make it. But I didn't wait for some pronouncement from above, from some God above, to say this is what you were meant to do. And it was me making a decision. It means I can make other decisions. And I want you to know, if you are with me and you're thinking about your healing path and you're thinking about, I'm recognizing ego working. I'm hearing my heart. I want to listen to this. I want to be aware. I want healing, awakening love to be operating in my life. Know that ego will come up with all of these things, but know too that you can have these kinds of possibilities. And I lost the thought that I had before. But what I want you to know is that this was the first time I ever had this full conscious, internally audible connection with my own heart. And I heard these words just as clear and as quick as I could after seeing that ripple effect of on the bird bath, where I looked, there was not a water spider there, there was not an insect trap there, there was no wind. And again, after a few seconds, the rippling stopped and I just kept looking. There was nothing there. As quickly as I could, I captured these words. I came to my computer screen and I opened a document and I started this and I got it down. Is there a defining moment for you? Has there been this time I want to live? I want to make some choices. I know the thought that I lost. You have before you. Don't limit yourself and just think one thing there. I have a purpose. There are many paths before all of us. We get to create our fate. And if we're going down and we do or complete one thing, or we think, okay, this isn't doing it for me, you get to choose. It's not like my heart told me. It's not a birthday cake, candle. You're not making a wish and you blow it out and the wish comes true. And if it doesn't, then you're screwed. It's not a wrong, you can't make a wrong wish here, a wrong decision. Follow your heart. Know that we are to awaken to love, to who we are, to our power, that we are spirit incarnate, that we are co-creators of all of this, that we are divinity, and awaken to the not only power you have, but the fact that you are love, that your essence is love, and that you get to make these things. Don't be superstitious about it all. Just follow your heart. Listen, ask for your heart to make it clear. And your heart communicates with the spirits all around us. The spirit of the moon, who I call Luna, the spirit of the sun, of the stars, the spirits around us that I've been referring to. And I don't want to get too far off in that today. There will be other times I speak of that this month, I'm quite sure. But for now, for today, and this again, as I'm um, doing this video, I don't know if you heard some of the thunder or not. There it goes right now again. It's been a rainy, mildly stormy day. It's not been this horrible, harsh, severe thunderstorms. It's the kind that I like. But as I go through this month, I want to share these things that I hope will make some kind of difference for you. If not, the spirits know, the spirits of the flora and fauna, the plants and animals around me, the spirits of uh, the elements know that create this atmosphere and this weather. I do it at least for them, and my ancestors know too. And I offer it to them just as I'm offering it to you. So until tomorrow, I hope tomorrow, I leave you in love and peace.